I mean, one of the things that we look at a lot as a fund team are just the different strategies of underlying GPs. So the venture fund that I most readily go to is Greycroft. Greycroft invests, they're what we would call more of a generalist fund, but they invest in the best companies within each industry. So their portfolio is not categorically focused, but it's very focused on the winners, and they have a very sophisticated portfolio that they've developed. And because of this, they're also able to bring insights into multiple innovation needs, into multiple problems or challenges that we're facing and trying to solve. They also have very broad-based knowledge sets. So typically any question we ask them, they have significant insights into, and they've been a fantastic resource for the fund. One that has been very interesting to me is material impact. So material impact is kind of on the other side of the spectrum. They are categorically focused around material sciences, which is a very unique industry for venture because it's typically been very capital intensive. But material impact has found a way to make the business model work on the venture side. And they're very focused, but they're very deep, and so they understand the material sciences industry better than anyone, and they have invested in companies that are solving really big problems for the world, like plastics, like machining, like femtech, right? And so they are more science-oriented than many of the VCs that we work with, and because of that, I think that they add that extra kind of caliber of insight. We have investments across the country, from Boston with Atlas Venture and several others, to New York with Lear Hippo and Greycroft. We have investments in Texas with Mercury Fund, in Boulder with Techstars, in Salt Lake with Pelion. We have several investments in Los Angeles with Upfront and Crosscut. We have investments in San Francisco, of course, with Bullpen and Atomic. We have investments in Seattle with Mavron and Madrona, and several others that I haven't mentioned, but we cover a very broad geography purposefully. And from a categorical standpoint, we have heavy concentration in what we call enterprise tech, and these are B2B companies. We also have about 30% of the portfolio is on the consumer side. So this would be consumer products, consumer services, D2C type companies, e-commerce, marketplaces, et cetera. And then the remainder of the portfolio would be in the life sciences category and what we kind of call other, which really doesn't fit anywhere, but maybe more of a machining company or advanced industrial. This is purposely built to implement a strategy around corporate innovation. And because our LPs are in diversified industries, we have to have a parallel kind of horizontal portfolio that addresses all of their needs.